Miltuk said Rhea went past the shrine, into the mountain. I'd better take those stairs. Sparkles. I can see why it's worth a lot.
Oh, the blue gleam. That was a little late. What's going on down there? You have the mountain, and then there's a lot of smoke coming from over that location. How far are we? I was wondering if we were so far away that we were near this sacred area, but I don't think so. That might just be a bandit camp? It's a camp of some site, or some type. Well, this is definitely old world in origin.
Door. Maybe Rhea's inside.
Well, I don't think it's too locked off. Rhea's retreat. Yeah, shamans have definitely been through this place a whole lot. Hello. Oh, an audio log. Fire break upgrades.
March 10th, 2046. I just spent 16 hours in here trying to install upgrades to improve efficiency for the central processing unit. Project Firebreak is going to need the brain power. Let's just hope I'll have enough of my own. Anita stayed with me the whole time. We got a lot done, but every time she brushed by and I smelled her hair, oh boy, I should just go to bed.
Yeah, down Chow. Down Kenny Chow. So what the heck is Firebreak?
Lots of strange equipment. What was this place?
I'm hoping we figure that out over the course of a ton of audio logs, or just something else. Just looking at the place and going, oh, I can see what that's used for. Oh. Nope, just a hologram. Alright. Was hoping it'd be useful to us in some way. This looks like a room to have a dramatic cutscene in.
Locked. Maybe my focus can help.
Yeah, hold on now. I'm looking around. There might be some stuff that I missed. Ah, like this. 0.6.
How am I going to explain to Kenny that Firebreak is doomed without a guiding intelligence advanced enough not only to think, but to feel?
Oh, so there's a possibility that we have a whole nother AI here. Maybe not on the level of Gaia, but something still useful. What is Firebreak? Someone needs to just ramble away about it to themselves. One cold night. Haha. Thanksgiving.
Another email from my sister. I haven't got time to think, let alone reply. Oh, that photo of the girl she sent didn't do much for my conscience. Jenny looks pretty proud of her pilgrim costume. Crap. I've never missed Thanksgiving before. And chances for Christmas, near zero. I can't even tell them that all the work I'm doing is to keep them safe.
Well, it's actually going to be Thanksgiving in the real world sometime soon. Well, tomorrow, in terms of me recording this. So hold on now. Let me look at that real quick. Notebook. Frozen wild collectibles? No, data points. So, we have Anita Sandoval. Personal log. Oh shit. Oh, it's gonna be like that again, huh? Sometimes you'll hear a voice log and you're like, oh, okay, alright. And then you gotta read about everything else. 0.6. What does it mean to quantify an intelligence anyway? You can't just assign a number on a continuum to a conscious mind and then expect it to obey whatever arbitrary limit that number represents. There's no way around it. Without the supervision of a mind beyond human capacities, Firebreak is going to fail. And 0.6 won't cut it either. By pushing sentience, you inevitably generate a system that can experience emotion. Wild, sloppy, unmanageable emotion. You're capable of abstract thoughts. You're capable of fear. Like vast silver. I can't go through that again. I categorically refuse. Hopefully, I can get this all across to Kenny. I like him. I like his lopsided little smile. I especially like those circles he makes with his hands when he gets excited about an idea. If we hadn't been flung together like this, maybe he and I? Well, no point in wool gathering. I wonder, could an artificial brain experience the singular combination of desire and preemptive regret? Preemptive regret. Okay, well, let's keep going through here. Maybe we'll find some more information about Kenny and Anita. I mean, look at that. That's a workshop of a kind that I don't think I have access to just yet. Or maybe I do. Hold on now. Aha! Ho ho ho!
This is Director of Security Blevins resending the emergency supply order. Try reading it this time, okay? You weasels don't want me calling my people in SLC.
What was up with that voice? Okay. Let me begin by spelling out disaster for you. A destructive event causing a level of disturbance unmanageable via the application of ordinary resources. What you have given us is distinctly ordinary. Dummies version, give me what I need or you'll be on autocar to lay off city quicker than you can say code red. The list one more time. 3,000 MREs, no lasagna. 30 military grade flashlights, no more junk store crap. 10 portable water pumps, not 5, not 8, 10. 50 tubes of fungicide. We're walking underground, spores happen. 15 hydraulic jacks. 12 replacement drone propulsion units, 50 holographic microdrives. In a disaster, see definition above, it's absolutely critical to track all ingresses and egresses of the facility. I take our safety seriously, even if you don't. 50 almond-scented, extra soft... We don't really know. Okay, so... let me figure things out here. Because this is like 2043. 2046, and that means it would be, yeah, okay, no, I'm just making sure. This is way before the event that ended up taking out the world. I was wondering if I had my notes wrong or something. I'm like, oh, I must have not updated it when we found out the actual timeline of the world. No, this is just referring to a completely different set of stuff. 20 years before the end of the world. Because obviously, I mean, there's still going to be a few years before the end of the world, or a few months. I thought maybe this was something like that. But nope, not really.
Maybe my focus will see something.
Yeah, hold on now. OMG, Blevins.
Director of Security Blevins is writing us like a petty tyrant. I can't even sneeze without triggering his control issues.
Are you gonna write about it? Yep. If Blevins reconfigures the pattern on the lambent or orbicular door access one more time, I'm gonna vomit all over it. Sure, I don't want some gift shop employee rooting around in the firebreak facility, but these measures aren't about security, they're about control. I wonder if Blevins gets in early to watch everybody try to solve the new pattern, perched over his little chimera array in his big boy office. What a bridge troll. You'd think that a fraction of his fancy drone budget could go towards buying him some classier body spray. God help me and Kenny if he ever finds out about us. Ooh. Look, there's an implication that Kenny and Anita might have hooked up. Big implication, right? But is Kenny like a married dude? Or is he like a single dad? Uh-oh. The door again. Dodd Blevins. Okay, I've been hearing that some of our staff members are having trouble with our state-of-the-art, ultra-secure, and absolutely necessary lambent orbicular door access. So here's the slow version again. The thingy in the middle is the source code. Turn it on. Yeah, I know, hard, right? Then you gotta turn the other node so that the data stream containing your credentials gets back to the source. Some nodes are used to buffer corrupt or suspect data, so avoid those. Shouldn't be too tough because, you know, they're red, like a stop sign. I'm guessing you were taught this in preschool, but with this crowd, who knows? Anyway, that's it. Get the data stream back to the source and the door opens. It's really not that tough. But if you need me to, I'll hold your hand while you give it a try. Actually, scratch that. Do it yourself. I'm not gonna touch your hands. Oh, what a jerk. So is the puzzle gonna be in here?
On the floor must be connected to the door.
I guess so. All right. Source node. Requires a closed flow circuit to establish connection. Oh boy.
The door's wired to something over here.
Okay. I'm not entirely sure what it wants me to do. Oh, it's a little bit further away. Okay, so it's connected to the door. Activate the source node. Ah, there we go. I didn't see the override source node.
To look around.
Also, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's a fucking mower outside. Not my house, but just like across the street, and it looks like it's being picked up by a mic slightly. Hopefully you guys aren't hearing that.
Something. What am I supposed to do with these lights?
Oh boy. Okay, we're making a closed circuit. I understand. What is this? Alright, I thought it was maybe something. So we avoid the red, which means we turn this clockwise.
These things turn, changing the flow of light.
Easy peasy. I gotcha. And then we turn this to the left.
Alright.
Done.
Let's see if the door's open.
They were complaining about that. That was easy. Ah, the people of the old world. They don't know what it's like to fight giant flying robots. Not really robot dinosaurs exactly. It actually ended up being a lot of just robot animals of a type, with one robot dinosaur, the Thunderdraw. Okay, so is that it? Is that all I gotta do? Hey, hey! Hey. Hey. Oh. Looks like I gotta climb.
If I can't find something, maybe my focus can.
I thought it was gonna be like a second door, but no, it's just a wall in an elevator shaft. Shoot. So, I have to just go ahead and assume that Araya's way beyond all this. She knows how to open the door. It's pretty simple. Does that mean she has focus as well? Or is she just capable of manipulating the technology? That's a weird thing about the Madooks, right? They seem to have people capable of manipulating old world technology without using old world technology.
Maybe I can get back inside through that structure over there.
Items like the focus. With the focus, which seems like a pretty major thing to use for everything else. I mean,
I think I need to get to those stairs.
it's like I have a little computer attached to the side of my head. Oh, hey. There's a campfire up here. That means I probably will have to, like, fast travel up to this place occasionally to talk to Araya. Ooh, 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 almost didn't get onto the ledge. Also, the ledge didn't generate its texture. Okay, we got up to here a little bit faster than I thought we were going to. I thought we were like, I see where I need to go, but I'm not going to be there for like another hour. Now we're here immediately. Is that Araya? No. No, it's not.
Not much higher to climb. Araya must be close.
Sorry. Sometimes you see the different tribes and they have all these random hair ornaments and just different things sticking off of their person. So I thought she was just like standing in front of the door.
She has to be in here somewhere.
Yep. Well, let's see what we have with this. Stage 2 complete from Kenny Chow. Attention all staff. It's with pride that I announce the completion of the first level of infrastructure in our primary facility. This compound will be of the nerve center for our project and will require the team's continued best efforts to realize by the deadline. But even though there is much to be done, you should be pleased with what you've accomplished so far. Please find attached a detailed plan for mustering out of the auxiliary space, which will serve as a contingency site as we proceed through with the main facility. 90% of our personnel must be relocated by 5 p.m. Wednesday. If your name does not appear on the assignment list, please email Marissa with me and CC. Your dedication, talent, and intelligence remain daily sources of inspiration. Dr. Kenny Chow, Project Director. Were they doing like their own equivalent of Project Zero Dawn? Or they were just trying to get a whole bunch of people who were going to live inside of like a mountain while the world fell to shit? Although this would have been before the outbreak of all the machines, so maybe not. Menu break.
Someone hacked the menu board to display obscene messages about our colleague, Mr. Blevins. Is this the most advanced geological project ever undertaken, or a junior high locker room? Come on, people.
Geological project? Maybe Firebreak is what's causing all the shit to happen on the mountain way in the distance. Maybe this place is connected to that. Or something. Attention all staff. At an assembly of our country's finest scientific minds recruited to address a grave threat to national safety, it would be fair to expect more mature conduct than that demonstrated yesterday in the canteen. Mr. Blevins plays a crucial role in the successful execution of Firebreak, and is due the respect both of his title and his many contributions to the project. Any further interference in the menu boards will necessitate my direct personal involvement. Forward, hacking a menu board. Anita, was it you, winky face? I'm thoroughly amused that he like gets on the case and like, oh, you guys are being like middle school, high school locker room people. Meanwhile, he's having his own little side relationship with Anita. Yeah, okay. Whoa.
I ask again, as I've asked 1,000 times. Speak to me. What more would you have me do? Is there no prayer that will reach you? No mark that will break your bonds? Ah! I can't help you if you won't speak. A whisper is all I ask, to guide me. Who? No. How? How did you get here? The way was sealed by the spirit herself.
I used one of these. I could show you.
Yes, show me. Please.
Ah. So the door was locked behind her. I was wondering, I'm like, how did she get access to these things if she didn't, you know, if she didn't have like a focus to like understand what was going on there? Or like my spirit to override it. Huh. Well, now we know. Oh, animal figurine.
This animal figurine. The shape looks familiar.
That's funny. Depicts a looming impressive animal. Inscribed 4 of 7 in commemorative Montana Recreations. It looks familiar. Yeah, it's a bear. Does she not know? I guess some of those animals are extinct. So she wouldn't know what the other animals that we've been seeing are based on, or at least in terms of the machines.
Kenny and I don't need to fight about the laundry, so instead we fight about incommensurability and restrictions on machine intelligence.
Okay, what else is there? I had an argument with Kenny this afternoon. When a couple's first fight hinges on the Turing Act, you know you're dealing with some real sexy nerds. I won the argument, I guess, but I'm less concerned whether or not I can pull this off than with the ethical implications of succeeding. I promised Kenny that the suite of coping mechanisms I've designed will help manage any emotional fallout from the software, but privately, I'm less confident. I'm a programmer, not a shrink. The minutiae of roboethics do start to seem less relevant when a refusal to supply Firebreak with the necessary conditions for success comes at the cost of millions of lives. It's worth putting one's consciousness at risk to save so many others, isn't it? Ugh, trying to solve this with the numbers makes me feel like a sociopath. Yeah, I imagine that trying to make an AI has to be an incredibly complex endeavor. Security measures from Kenny Chow. What do we have? Anita, as much as I hate the fact that the Blevins installed lambent orbicular technology on the lower security door, I admit that for the auxiliary data center, it makes sense. Especially given our goals for the central processing unit. I'm sure you're painfully familiar with the process by now, but just in case you need to forward instructions to your team, to access the system, activate the source node in the middle, then manipulate the other nodes to direct the data stream with your credentials back to the center. Make sure to avoid the red nodes. They're used to isolate any corrupt or suspect data. Okay. Well, I already knew that, but I figured I might as well read it. Give me 1 second, Araya. I need exposition and random lore bits. I think that might be all that was in here. Okay.
Show me what you did, and then we'll speak.
You got it. This one looks like it's slightly bigger than the other one, but maybe I'm wrong. It'll still be easy. Oh god.
I'll bet the goal's the same. Get the light back to the source.
Okay. I was wrong. This is a lot bigger. I didn't notice that there was a second ring. Right. Okay. So I need to get the light to go somewhere back to the source. Could I just do... No. I was gonna say, can I just go from here? But nope. That wouldn't work. But I do think that this ends up being the end of the path. Some of these notes are probably not going to be used. But we'll see if that truly ends up being the case. We'll work our way forward rather than completely backward. Yeah, since a lot of these are only like 2 ways, this is actually a pretty easy one. Right? Wait, what was it doing? No, it was... it was ending up there. The middle part kind of like shifted, the source node shifted, and I was curious about as to why. Okay. So maybe we will end up using most of these. I want some 3-pronged ones. Make me really think about this. Okay. So I had this one slightly off. But we're fine now.
Auxiliary channel recovered. Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. Is someone there?
Spirit.
Aurea? Aurea, I need you.
Authorized transmission. Return to scheduled task.
No, I will not submit. Aurea, the daemon is listening. Aurea, please.
Transmission terminated.
Jesus! Fuck's going on with that?
Brought the spirit's voice back.
Okay, well, this one isn't just gonna be like Gaia, in that it was a pre-recorded message and that we can't talk to them. Or I mean, that one might have been a pre-recorded message, but she's obviously talked to Aurea and knows of her. So this is a little bit more up to date.
You heard it. The voice of the spirit calling to me from the heights of Thunder's drum. She was able to throw off the bonds of the daemon for a moment. Because of what you did. Who are you? And what do you want?
I'm Aloy. Naltuk sent me. He thought that you could use my help.
He was not mistaken. You've been a revelation. Now I know for certain that the spirit endures. Perhaps together we can find a way to set her free.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I came all this way for answers, and so far, I haven't heard any.
It seems to me that you are the answer. But of course, I'll tell you all I can.
Okay. Well, so obviously, Thunder's drum is probably the main portion of the facility to what they were trying to do. It was a geological project, something to maybe affect the world in some kind of way. Maybe grow more land out by triggering volcanic action. And they had to have an AI control it because obviously having humans control it entirely would be... It'd take a lot of work, right? You have to have a lot of calculations and things like that to really, like, effectively probably grow the land out without it fucking up other things. And by having an AI who can think about things without being, like, corrupt with its emotions, it would make sure not to, like, screw over portions of the world with its volcanic activity. I'm just kind of theory crafting here because obviously this is going to be something very similar to Project Zero Dawn, where it's like, okay, we have a bit of a mystery to solve, but why did it exist in the first place? The old world people did actually have a reason for these things to have happened, but something went wrong.
You seem to have a history with this voice, this spirit.
She saved my life. Here, years ago, during the war with the Karja. A raid scattered my Werak. I was cut off, alone. I lured the enemy into the Rime Drifts, hoping to lose them in the mist, but they endured, so I took refuge in this cave. That's when I heard her voice. A wanderer. Lost, like me. A spirit of the blue light, yet sundered from it. She asked me for aid. She chose me. But I was in no position to help, not with the Karja after me. So she helped me first. By closing a door on the mountain below, one you must have opened to get here. Locked by means similar to those found in this room. It kept the Karja from reaching me. Safe from them. I was able to do as she asked.
I thought she was gonna have, like, control of the machines in the area or something.
What did the spirit want from you?
She said she was hurt. Incomplete. She needed bones. Parts not unlike what you'd find in a machine. They were here, in this room. She wanted me to bring them to Thunder's drum. So I did, and she showed me how to heal her. So began our communion.
Communion.
You had a communion with the spirit.
Yes. Inside Thunder's drum is a room like this one, only larger, with an altar. I went there many times to speak with her.
What did she say?
She told me she was lost and needed my help. She asked questions about our lands, our tribe, and she listened. With patience. With wisdom. I told her things long kept silent about my family, my dreams, my fears. She never tired of me. Never judged. We kept each other's company.
Okay. I'm glad that we can keep on pursuing this. Like, what is the spirit?
Aurea, what do you think the spirit is?
I see. You are not Banuk, and our songs are not familiar to you. You do not know of the blue light. That which struggles to survive in our hearts and animates the machines. The essence of life, and in its purest form. Harmony. As the anger of the machines grows, this light has faded from the world. And the spirits it sustains are stranded. That's what she is. A lost soul, cut off from what it needs. Lonely, forsaken. I must help her. We must.
I'm not sure if I understand. But I want to.
That's all I need.
I guess. So, I guess we can ask about the daemon. I think the daemon's probably going to be something very similar to Hades. Probably just a programmed counter to the AI, the main AI, kind of getting off track, right? So it's like, oh, hey, you have your volcano machine, assuming it is actually involving, like, geological activity to create land. It's kind of going off track. How are you going to solve that? Oh, we'll make another portion of the AI that just keeps on fucking with things. So that way it doesn't fully have control over what it needs to. Except now it's probably gone corrupt too, because old world shit just keeps breaking around us.
The daemon. What do you know about it?
I spoke with the spirit many times. First here, then inside Thunder's drum. The last time, she told me she was under attack by something that could not be seen by mortal eyes. Something evil. She named it the daemon, and said it needed her power to do what it willed. And she begged me for help, to find a way to destroy her, if necessary, to keep it from using her. That was 5 years ago. I didn't hear her voice again, until today.
5 years? Holy shit.
What kept you from the spirit after it begged for help?
I went to Artok, hoping he could protect her. But the war with the Karja still raged, and before I could reach him, I was ambushed by the Mad Sun King's kestrels and taken to Meridian in chains. I wasn't able to return to Thunder's Drum until long after the liberation, not until last thaw.
You said you returned to Thunder's Drum. That was the expedition that went bad. I saw the funeral.
Yes. Once there was finally peace with the Karja, Aratak and I gathered a werak of great hunters to defeat the daemon. And yet, the old door to Thunder's Drum was gone, replaced by a gate we could not pass, and many machines. We were crushed. Aratak called a retreat, but we had already lost our best. We abandoned them to the snow as we fell back. After, he and I could not agree on what to do next. So I came here, hoping against hope to hear the spirit again. And because of you, I did.
Well, you're lucky that I have the means to succeed, lady.
Bergren said you might know something about a man named Silence. That you may have had dealings with him at the Conclave?
When that name is spoken, secrets soon follow, or vanish, as the case may be. Why do you want to know?
He's done some terrible things. But he's also helped me when no one else could. I don't know as much about him as I'd like to.
I would imagine his aid is very powerful, but it will not come without cost. Unfortunately, I am sworn to an oath of secrecy by the Conclave on this matter.
Seriously?
I get that. But you and I are trying to help each other, right?
Yes, but I would be breaking an oath, and that I cannot do.
Oh my god. Seriously? Oh, well, I have the information to help you out and tell you more about Silence, but I can't. I made a promise.
About Silence?
I've told you all I can. There's nothing more I can say.
Fine, whatever.
Let's see if I've got this straight. We heard two voices. One you call the spirit, captured somehow by the one you call a daemon. Whatever this daemon is, it's related to the machines and why they've become more dangerous. I want to know how. Both the spirit and the daemon are on a mountain, Thunder's Drum. So why don't we go there and figure out what it all means?
We can't. Thunder's Drum is dangerous, more than you can imagine. The daemon has secured it. Besides, Aratak won't let us go. As chieftain, he controls the pass to the mountain, and he can't be reasoned with.
He's trying to attack it
Sounds
himself.
like a new chieftain.
Ha! There's an idea that's certain to win us friends. Well, you said you were a hunter. And I'll wager you're not an ordinary one. It's not impossible, even for an outlander. And Aratak couldn't refuse the challenge if you were known among the werak.
Wait, me? Challenge Aratak? I don't want to be chieftain of anything, much less a bunch of Banuk that don't want me.
But you want to go to Thunder's drum, don't you? You heard the spirit. She's suffering, tormented by the daemon. She longs to be free. And perhaps, when released from her bonds, she can give you the answers you seek.
I can't believe I'm agreeing to this. Fine. What do I have to do?
Oh,
Get the
God.
Werak's attention to show the worth of your claim. Win at the hunting grounds. Kill bandits that prey on the cut. Or speak to my friend Sakuli. You help her, you'll definitely get noticed. Do all you can. When the time comes for you to throw your spear at Aratak's feet, I will be there to back your claim. Until then, I'll be here to answer any questions you have about the challenge. Oh, and one more thing. In the box over there is a weapon, like my own. Take it. You may find it useful.
Yeah, okay. So what about a weapon? You know me, I like the weapon. Take the Storm Slinger. What is that about? The Banuk Storm Slinger weapon. It's blue. With 6 gleam. Nice. Okay, weapons. Banuk Storm Slinger. Is that gonna be any good? Where is it? Oh, it's on a box. There you go. I hate that. Okay, treasure box. Banuk Storm Slinger weapon. Storm bolts, ammo. What is that about? Banuk Storm Slinger. This weapon fires charged shots. Consecutive bolts build up a larger charge and deal increased damage. That sounds cool. And there are a bunch of enemies here that are weak against lightning, but have kind of a elemental resistance against it, even though they're supposed to be weak to it. So having something that kind of like builds up the charge more and more and more sounds nice. So this is gonna be interesting. We're gonna become a chieftain. Or just the chief of the people. But what does that really entail?
I did something that will help get the attention of the Werak. I got the tall neck near the frost figures moving again.
That's good to hear. I'm sure the Werak will be talking. Now, you need to do something else to convince them of your claim.
Okay. I didn't realize the tall neck thing would have helped for that. We didn't know about it yet. Okay, so I have a lot of questions. But before
I need to get going.
There's much to be done.
Before I ask her about those things, I actually am going to take a bit of a break. And when we get back, I guess we're going to start making our way. Whoops, this is not where I want to go. And as we're going to start making our way around the place to complete activities to prove our worth. But first, I'm going to be right back.